Sir Lennet will be very glad to know that Sir Ulrika is safe. We ought to bring him these tidings post-haste. If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Reckon I could best any of these lumps in a scrape.
I'll gladly stay a while.
Now I've gone and stepped in it.
Now here's a welcome sight.
Never should have taken this shift.
Now here's a welcome sight.
Look at them. Bunch of careless fools.
Oh, could use a rest.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Gladly stay a while.
If our destination is a distant route...
This ox cart's bound for Melve. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
What ought I to do?
Stuck to the passenger comes along.
Ready for a break?
All this hustle and bustle.
Fortune willing. I'll earn the point.
I'll take any chance.
Oh, what does this say?
Ah, 'tis a relief to hear that Ulrika is safe. Mayhap there is aught I could do for her, pervasive though the Queen Regent's influence has become. My humblest thanks. You've proven a friend to Melve and me as well. It isn't much, but here, I would...
Far too many people here.
I have been waiting. For you arisen.
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Come to test your wits. The parent knows the child, yet the reverse is far from true. I am a lost child, for kinship do I yearn. So bring to me my parent, that I might better learn. Few joys compare to the first steps taken in pursuit of a newfound Seeker's token. You have till the end of the day. Don't tell me. What's this? I'm afraid the old adage applies. Nothing ventured, nothing. I shan't reward your ignorance.
I'm afraid we were not at our best.
Come to test your wits. Come to test your wits. The parent knows the child, yet the reverse is far from true. The child knows not the parent. I am a lost child for kinship. So bring to me my parent, that I might better learn. And you claim this to be the parent I seek. Indeed, you are correct. All is in the name. You have proven your wits, and so I shall bestow upon you a prize. 5 riddles have I posed, and 5 answers have you given. Perhaps you expected more, but I'm afraid that's that. Our next game shall have to take a different tack. Though constant this world may seem, in truth, all is in flux. And so, the time has come for me to fly. If you are not yet satisfied, but for now, I bid you farewell, dogged adventurer.
Outstanding.
Arisen. I know of at least one
Sorry, Master. Fire's fury shan't be evaded against this foe.
I am deeply familiar with this region. You can count on... Farewell, Arisen.
Frey, follow me.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours.
We have found a material. You truly are formidable, Arisen. I'll gather this. It might be of use. Tread carefully. It seems our every step is being watched. Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead. Over here, if you please.
No seen you about. You the outsider? The Lord spoke of you. Come on, follow me. I've something real nice.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Is that who I think it is?
You there! Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
Fancy a look at my wares? Well met, sir. Always a pleasure.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands. The letter most inscrutable, and I fear it will remain as such if we cannot find another piece to this puzzle.
I'll sleep soundly tonight.
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some business here in the village? Arthur. At least, no one by that name lives here, sir. As you like, sir.
This is, of course. Nothing's free in this world.
Do stop by again. Fine place.
Hail! I take it you're the outsider, my lord. How'd he know to expect you? Why not ask him yourself? You'll find him in the manor atop the...
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your... I trust you are enjoying your sojourn. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. Beg pardon? Why would you... A letter? Oh, you've made quite the discovery. brass means imitating someone in thieves' cant. This letter means naturally I can say nothing as to the who or what of the arrangement.
Is there aught else you'd care to ask?
Arthur, I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say
Is there aught else you'd care to ask?
Aye. Take care then.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
You made it after all. Guess that means I would...
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any question figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being... His real name is Dara. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play, we're men and women of shadow. Census, that's why he was cast out. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next Thief Maester, but he failed. Took a massive so the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose it. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to, but we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy it. Me thinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owed.
Seems my days are naught but toil. Not without its charms.
So this is...
You're gathering grimoires, eh? I happen to be in possession of the Veiled Tome, Owl in Blizzard. I'd even be willing to part. If you'd be willing to trade me Fulminous Shield, the magic Aegis for it, that is. What? Oh dear. Still haven't found it?
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
By your leave, Arisen. It would seem we've rediscovered an old haunt by a new entrance. We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey. When treated to the foremost hospitality. Much obliged.
Welcome.
Would you mind coming over here?
There is much we ought to tend to. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear... I see. If your majesty is certain that the two are one and the same... Ah, but of course. I surmise your majesty a clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, and all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizens. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, your majesty. There is much we ought to tend to. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deezer's misdeeds. I hesitate. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels for now. Though, I would that I could undertake the task myself. But my station prohibits me from... What say you, your majesty? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to
Over here, if you please. It would seem we've a need to visit the palace.
Well, my son, how might I be of service? Interested in my wares? Gladly stay. I've more time than I know how to spend.
Beg pardon, sir, but might I have a... See, a friend of mine has an empty house. It wouldn't come free, mind, but, well, you needn't decide this.
Still waiting on that report.
Here we are. We shall remain here. We have arrived.
Have you business in, but don't go thinking you can slip trade twixt our nations, maybe on so. Should you seek entry in
Do let me know if you're in need of...
All my peers seem so much more Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. For it was never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, but that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a... Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chamber.
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape. Forgive me. I thought a scroll might clear my head.
This is not my intent. Oh, got to keep
How'd I
moving.
end up here?
Would that all my days were so.
Quite the predicament.
It would appear you've found evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds. Now to report to Captain Brandt. Allow me to guide you, Master. I know the person you're looking for.
There is much we ought to tend to. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter. And from Batal, no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Disa's schemes... To think, Disa's actions have weighed even on the mind. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Disa is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Disa's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I may...
What could the Queen Regent be plotting? Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this famous fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim. As a true, for some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided, and so, in honor of his supposed valor, the false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where, but mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask my thanks? Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have the... Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Here. This should suffice to help. Take care, Your Majesty. There is one other. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable... Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
Follow me, if you would. It seems you must attend a palace masquerade if you were to meet the one who would falsely claim a title. Shall we make for Vernworth Palace? I can accompany you to the castle entrance, Master, but no further.
Good evening, sir. I trust you. You fared all right on the roads? Do you know where to find? This inspires. Naught but
Off to market I go.
well met.
What to do?
Wonder what's going on in town. Might go see.
I brought time than
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
Our soldiers need better training.
I quite like it.
We shall await you here, Master.
Wonder if it's too early for dinner.
Oh, got to keep moving. Lest I fall asleep.
Such quiet. The masquerade is already underway, sir.
You're far from your station, are you not?
What to would seem, I drank such drinks that I am drunk.
Decades. At last, we will see the end of the age of
Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on
Indeed.
goods traded with Batar.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. I'll scour
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye, aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters?
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean as you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime, if you escape with your life, that is. Know, however, that our services do not come cheap.
My fur is all knotted.
Where to now?
I've more time than I know how to spend. What shall I get up?
I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go.
I like to come here when I need a minute to think.
I pray not those of yours. Have a headache as it is.
Would that such peace reign eternal.
I must be vigilant. The town's really pale.
Keep moving. Sleep.
I'd sooner stay out. I'm sure I can handle this. Quite sure.
This sort of quiet means all's well. Do let me know if you're in need.
business. Don't go thinking you can slip through the trade twixt our nations. So, should you seek entry in...
I'm about ready to fall asleep on my feet. We're not to talk. This sort of quiet means all's well.
Wonder if anyone will notice if I stay here a bit.
I'd quite like it here.
Gentle scratch on my...
'Tis good to be reunited.
Find the predicament. No hurry to leave.
I only polished it this morning.
That's what I always say.
What should I get up to today?
We have reached our destination.
How fare you, friend? We meet again. Would you care to stay and talk a moment? I'm glad. Sit down. I'm rather fond of this place. I ne'er imagined a city could be like this. So full, and how could I have? In all my life, I've hardly left the palace. My mother is quite... Oft did I long for a taste of normal life. My mother has always procured the things I covet for me, so to pick out an item and obtain it with... Of course, in the end, you were the one who made the purchase. That's all right. I know you meant well. Besides, I can safely say I wanted to give you something in return by way of thanks. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mud thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon.
Why, you there? Your presence is... Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. It is none of my concern. The fellow said autumn.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
It's my back's not back. Need anything? Many thanks.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by Master
We must rest. To this world I return. Good morrow, everyone. Shall we seek out the young man from the other day? Pray, allow me to show you the way. We're here, Master.
Hi. Faring well. Would you care to join me? I'd not say no to it. I was hoping you'd say that. Do you know, I had a feeling we'd meet here today. Say, you're not from round here, are you? Are you a traveler? Have you seen many places? How I envy you. I long to learn more of the outside world, but Mother, she's always telling me how dangerous it is beyond the palace walls. But that only makes me question. After all, if the world truly is so perilous, what of the lives of our people? They must be. It seems unfair that I alone should be shielded. But listen to me waffling on. Ah, I almost forgot. I happened upon this little curio. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon.
I've not left aught undone.
Go on, have a look.
Lots to do.
These old bones grow weary. Won't someone do aught about this?
Nice place, this. Have a nap.
Our soldiers need better.
We shall remain here.
And it now. No sense getting cold feet.
Peril can result from a...
Sir, how...
A welcome reprieve from the day's exertion.
Quiet at last. I've a duty to...
I've a pressing duty.
Back to it, I suppose.
A fine place to sit and gather one's thoughts.
What was I to do today? I must check my ledger.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
Look, Farbody's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle.
I'll have an early supper.
Shall we seek out the young man from the other day? Follow me, Master.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, your Majesty. He has spied the delivery of a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn.
I am confident we shall see this matter to a successful conclusion. Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. Shall we make for Burnworth Palace? Let us make for the palace, that she might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. I dare not enter the palace, but I would fain escort you to the castle entrance.
You are the Arisen. Follow me! Follow me! Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, pray be cautious. We might...
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one's standing watch there at all.
Aye, it happened just yesterday, in fact. Put me in the right state when I saw the door unguarded. Still, I suppose there's not much to worry about. It's not as if we let thieves wander around the palace, eh?
This sort of quiet means all's well.
For a moment there.
This sort of quiet means all's well.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word now. If Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in...
Let them talk. I'm too old to care. I'd fancy a kit.
But
I'm
not
sure
at
I
the
can
expense
handle
of
this.
my duty.
Quite sure.
I must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
Who there?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which vermin has... Let me see. It reads, "Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with... Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing... At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot, and ere it slips my mind, pray, take this.
Phases. Now there's a name to remember.
Would you take pity on...
I've trained for this.
Where to now?
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by... Hoy, friend! There's something I've come to understand during my stolen... Every last resident in this city is wholeheartedly devoted to living out their lives, for it made me painfully aware of my own position. Can this exist? I want to live a life I can proudly call my own, and I tire of enduring my mother's coddling, and of looking at this box. 'Tis proof that I am not my mother's servant, to be willed about as she pleases. 'Tis something I obtained of my... Though it came to me through... Pray, take this with my thanks. 'Tis quite a rarity, as I hear. Now, I'd best be off. I may not be able to wander the city again for some time. Thus, I cannot say when next, though I feel sure we shall in time. Till then, take...
That was quite a gift. I hope that procuring it was not a burden upon the lad.
I've little enough.
This ox... I'll need to see some coin before I let you...
That's quite enough!
I will protect you.
Glorious!
Here we go again.
We'll pull through yet!
I've never heard such nonsense. Don't think I'll stand for this. The battle simply can't stop. Too much.
Quite enough!
Don't think I'll stand for this.
My head held.
Each strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. That went well. That was well fought.
It's this way.
Ratty, stay a while.
There's aught to be said.
Pretty kind of me. I'll take any chance not to do. Just a good time. What's to do?
This isn't much to go on.
Well met. Looking to make a much obliged, sir.
Time to get back to work. Not much going on.
Time to be heading home.
We have reached our destination.
Polished it this morning.
This ox cart's bound for Burnworth. I'll need to see some coin before I let you off. What should I do?
About time I
My bed calls and I shan't resist.
Suppose there are worse ways.
You should be.
There was a patient man.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. You have my protection. It seems to have arranged our bow. It is a very worthy caution. Lord save our destiny.
I'll crush you if you pick that up. Where are you going?
Puts me in the mood for a song, doesn't it? I'm not trained for this.
Living's hard. Dreams
Puts me in the mood for a song, doesn't it? Welcome.
As a you will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that you... There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Well, well. He is merely Desa's puppet then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of, even were he to be removed. I suspect some other would simply be but if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you meant. He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of prey. Allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phases fellow.
There is much we ought to tend to. Do not forget that we will...
Shall we report this development to Captain Bront? We have arrived.
Quite the predicament.
nice place, this.
I quite like it here.
We shall await you here, Master.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead.
Beg pardon, sir. But you, Captain Brandt, bade me ask aught of you, if you would hear. However, it is a matter best kept from prying ears. Might we...
Polishing my armor can wait till the morning.
Firstly, pray, take this. 'Tis a regalia sword. One of the... 'Tis my duty to guard it. Yet, a duplicate now rests in its place. And I must beg you to keep the true artifact hidden. Lest the ruse... Generations of Amundian rulers have wielded it. Though not in battle, of course. 'Tis a ceremonial weapon for use in parades and the like. Yet, Disa's disdain for tradition has seen the blade suffer. 'Tis fractured, and has lost much. Captain Brandt is of a mind to restore it, so that it might serve as a symbol of your authority, Sir Arisen. Indeed, when the time comes for you to announce your ascension, having this sword at your hip would doubtless, and I must confess, having watched over the blade for many a year, I've grown rather fond. I should be well glad to see it restored to its former splendor by your... My hopes for our kingdom and its treasure go with you, Sir Arisen.
Good food and good sleep make for a healthy mind.
Would that such peace reigned eternal.
I've not an inkling of what to do.
Margaret Bailey is just behind.
to imagine a world empty of monsters.
Days like this, I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
I've trained for this.
We must consider the needs of the common folk as well.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs, I see. How'd I end up here?
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Quite a predicament.
No hurry to leave.
Polished it this morning.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Got to crack a few skulls.
I've a selection of wares that's pleasure doing business with you.
I didn't tell half as many lies as I can.
Fine ale.
Where are you going?
Living hard does bring free.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your Majesty
Master, pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
sways your will. Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your Majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of I imagine this artifact is the god's way. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we, alas, unless we find some way to unmake this Godsway's power, proving your Majesty's legitimacy, shall allow me to speak to the agent we captured some days past. Perchance he knows aught of use.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this? Godsway. I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brant's investigation.
just nodded off for a moment there.
Suppose I'll wander about.
Boots laced, belt strapped. I'm ready for patrol.
Can't put a price on peace.
There's got to be something fun to do.
This place always puts me at ease.
Shall we get some rest then? Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Lots to be taken care of.
It's nice to see everyone out and about.
Always another errand to see to.
Look, as long as you please.
Every which way.
I must remember to dust the
There's
shell.
got to be something fun to do. Why is everyone always in such a hurry?
Well met, sir.
Lots of people pass by here.
Look,
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim. As a if the information we pry from the agent is to be believed, there is a place in Batal devoted to... I believe it is worthy of investigation. Should fortune smile upon us, your majesty may even yet official dealings twixt Vermund and Batal are suspended, and 'tis no simple matter to gain past. Fortunately for us, however, the agent was hiding this on his person. 'Tis an entry permit, allowing passage through Batal's fortress. It even bears the crest of the Batali Palace. I doubt any would dare impede your passage with such an item in you. There is one other thing, your majesty. With the permit came information an oracle who once served in the Vermondian court. Now this oracle foretold the coming of the Arisen, and was banished from the kingdom when her prophecy indeed. 'Twas by this same oracle's power that the agent in question came to know of your majesty's. The oracle knows much of the Arisen. Should you make her acquaintance, she may be able to offer you aid during your...
If 'tis an obscure text we seek, methinks Magistrate Waltar is our best hope. His knowledge of tomes is unparalleled. Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
My bed calls, and I shan't resist.
This ox cart's bound for... I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
I'm off to the tavern.
Lots to do.
at least my back's not acting up today.
It's quiet about.
This won't last long. It's been a hard day.
A chance to put my feet up is as welcome as have myself a drink.
I'm nodding off.
Well met, sir.
Me? As well.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Not game enough to hang about here.
I regret to say I've little knowledge of...
Ah, I'll take that.
Heard of any ways?
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful should we encounter an... I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? Word, never have I seen such things. Ready to attack this heart. Strike at the heart while it's exposed. Whatever it is you need, I shall gladly oblige. Well and true.
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. Naught like a feast to get you ready for bed. Now then, which way? Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor. I will protect you.
That's it!
disappointed. You've grown accustomed to the adventuring life. If there's anything you're unsure of, I would say.
I'll answer for this.
At least I can go. My head held.
Look there. I espy another statue. I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge. Well done, Master! I shan't let them harm you. In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it.
What to make of this?
Heaven knows. That's Whitehall.
We're done for. I'm in fine fettle today. I've got wares of... every ilk. Hope to see you again, here.
Have we any gold left after that extravagance? admire your dedication, Master. 'Tis no small feat to hone one's skills so fine. I'll gather this. It might be of use. How many of their ilk must we defeat? I shan't allow any further harm to come to me. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise. This downpour seems unlikely to abate. 'Tis raining. I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to it if you'd like? Truly enormous. Methinks we can move this boulder if we work together. This Oxguard was beset by assailants who could not shake. And this is the result. In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it. The day grows darker with our every step. "'Tis done, master. Now..." "A fairy stone can whisk us here whensoever we desire."
Well, so dearly did you love our game that you have sought me out again. Let us resume at once. I too have grown rather engrossed. So vast is this world, and full of life. You are but one indeed. In the grand scheme, we are as distinct from one another as pebbles on a... But are these differences so great? If you believe so, I seek this man. If men are so distinct, I'm sure you'll find him in a trice.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
What should I get up to today? Time to earn me some coin.